You know what I just killed somebody with, Colby?
What's that, Barry?
A condom, because it's ribbed for her pleasure. I hated that kill so much. What's going on, guys? My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This.
Music. They probably know from that. That's a very quotable line. They might get it from that.
Maybe, but what's going on, guys? Welcome to the final movie of Straight to DVD month.
Dun, dun, dun.
And today, though, the last movie we decided to pick, which I feel like is the movie, I was like, oh, I've never seen that, so that should be this month's theme. American. Oh, hold on. I gotta do the other thing.
Right.
This one's a little singing one. Right. I actually forgot the song now, but like it goes, she got murder all around her. She American Psycho 2. She wanna be in the FBI though. What she gonna do? Too. She gonna murder all the competition and submit them to submission because she got murder all around her. And she's American Psycho 2. Oh man, you really got to do those with confidence. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, today we're going to be talking about the 2002 release of American Psycho 2 starring Mila Kunis.
Right, and I like her, so like I was surprised that I had not seen this before.
Yeah, I think this is pretty early on in her career. It was like, I think was it That 70 Show? What I think was winding down. I think it was going into her
kind of like mid.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because what American Psycho 70 Show, it ran for like 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, but when did it start, though?
So I think it started in 98.
Oh, is that?
And then went to like 2005.
Oh, maybe. I think after like Eric left and what's his face left, Ashton Kutcher. I think I just kind of fell off.
And she would have also been doing Family Guy at that time.
Oh, yeah. But I, for the longest time, did not know she was
Meg.
Yeah. Like, there was, like, no way I was going to find that out. Geez, when did it end? I'm kind of wondering now that, too, because maybe it was just, like, during the time where I was just like, oh, okay, 70 Shows kind of ran its life, because after that they tried to do the 80 Show as well, and that did not work out.
Right.
Okay, so 98, it had 8 seasons.
Okay, so 2006.
Okay, so it was like around midway, but so it was still pretty early.
Right.
I feel like obviously she did things as kids.
This may have been her first
movie
where she like starred, right? Because
Yeah.
she was in Piranha Double D.
Wait, what?
but she was like 8 when she was in that.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, okay. You know what also,
she was somebody's, like, annoying little sister.
You know what also blew my mind is that for, like, how long she was dating Macaulay Culkin?
Oh. I don't think I even knew that.
Yeah, she was, like, dating him in his, like, witch phase. He looked like he had a van. A van that said free candy on the side for a while. And then, yeah.
So that's funny because Macaulay Culkin's got a brother who also is an actor.
Oh, yeah. Scream 4?
Yeah. And I remember not knowing he had a brother and seeing the brother in a movie or a show or something and thinking, Well, I know Macaulay Culkin looked really bad, kind of hit rock bottom, but he's coming back all right. Yeah, like he looks like he's cleaned up a little bit. And then it's not him.
It's the brother. I think the most recent thing I saw him it was Into the Sea in Black Mirror, the most recent Black Mirror season. Where he was like a Charles Manson type of character, which I was like, that tracks.
Right, yeah.
I believe him as...
Yeah, Teresa and I did a whole like rabbit hole on the whole...
The Culkin family?
Culkin family.
The Culkin gang. I don't want
because there's a lot. It's a big family.
Is it?
Multiple actors, actresses, and...
Oh, see, this is what...
show business and stuff. And
this is what they're talking about with the whole Hollywood nepotism thing.
Yep.
The Culkin clan out here.
Yep.
But yeah, no, today we're talking about the 2002 American Psycho 2. Did you watch the first one?
Yes.
So this movie totally ruins that. Because I read the book too. Like I was a pretty big fan of that guy's work.
Okay.
What was this? Oh man, I'm a big fan, but I don't know who wrote it. Because he also did Rules of Engagement and stuff like that. Bret Easton Ellis. I read I can't say I'm saying I'm a big fan because I read 2 books. But I did like his work. Probably when I read it, I was a little bit younger, so I didn't understand the nuances of everything.
Right. So I going through doing my little research, it was something like this was a script not called American Psycho 2. And then Universal.
Yeah.
So American Psycho kind of didn't do great in the theater, but then it kind of got this huge cult following in Blockbuster.
Yeah. What's that, Colby? What is that ancient relic you're talking about?
People started, Hero would be on Netflix. It hit Netflix and all of a sudden picked up Tubi, whatever.
Yeah.
But, so then they were like, hey, let's just take this script for another movie we were going to do, and we'll just kind of revamp it into a sequel.
So just kind of piggybacking off the thing. Well, that kind of makes sense. But just because do you remember the American Psycho, I think how I was bringing other people's opinions on it. I would talk to other friends about it, and they're saying he's no, he was killing people. And then there's another camp that's no, it was all in his head.
Right.
You know, he was he's this psychopath or sociopath. I don't know, one of the paths.
Right. Right.
Omen path, if you're a Magic the Gathering person. But and then for the movie to come, for this one to come out, we're gonna talk about we'll go through the whole movie about it. It's just it kind of kind of shits the bed about what the first movie.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I didn't. I knew how it started.
Yeah,
is the connection, but I didn't.
Think about how it ended.
How I thought about the first movie versus the second movie.
Yeah, because the first movie, you don't know if he gets caught by the police. You don't know if it was all in his head. If all of it was just these delusions of him succumbing to his, what do they call those thoughts? What's it called? Infernal thoughts or something like that, or impulsive thoughts, whatever.
Right.
There's another word for it. it's not coming here. And then this one, it gives it a definitive. It's I guess Christopher Nolan's already said that Leonardo DiCaprio at the end of Inception did get to go home. But for the longest time, it was one of the greatest debates of cinema history.
Right. I kind of almost hate it when somebody comes out and gives you an answer.
Yeah.
I like it when it's always
open-ended.
Yeah, two or three different conspiracy theories on how it's...
Yeah, you just pick your favorite one. But then, to be fair, I guess Christopher Nolan did... it was he's told everybody 8 years later. He was okay, I'm tired of getting this question. That's probably what it was. He's I'm tired of you guys asking me. All right, if Michael Caine is in the shot, it's real. If he's not in the shot, it's a dream.
Yep.
Because you got to imagine that guy's just eating at California Pizza Kitchen, and then the waiter's so was it a dream?
Yeah, I could see that. That
He's like,
would get super annoying, and you're just like, I'm going to come up with an answer.
And he's like, you know what would be a dream right now? You bringing my fucking pizza. Oh, man. So the way that this movie starts off is we get a narration from Mila Kunis, and she's a young girl, and she's like, oh, this is kind of crazy. My babysitter took me on her date with notorious serial killer Patrick Bateman.
Yep.
And again, I was like thinking about it. I was like, is he as meticulous as like a serial killer should be? And then I thought about the first movie where he throws the chainsaw down the stairwell, and he's like, he's not.
Right. And the girl's running around the apartment, and there's like a dead body in like every room.
And so I could totally see him getting killed by Mila Kunis' character as a young girl.
Right. Yep.
Because she's talking in, and she's like, I'm so pissed off right now.
Right. And he would totally not like he wouldn't worry. It's like, this is a child.
Yeah.
This is not something I
have to worry about.
Yeah. Tape her to a chair. And then she's out of the picture.
Yeah, she's 60 pounds. I could throw her around like a bag of rice.
Right.
But, you know, and so he's so engrossed into killing this babysitter, this hot babysitter. And then so she gets free. She gets an ice pick.
Yep.
And then stabs him. I believe probably in the spine is where you want to kill a grown man if you're 60 pounds.
Right.
Because, you know, everywhere else I feel like they might like still be able to like rock you as a child. But it's so weird, right? Did you notice anything weird after she had gotten out of the apartment and then she had talked to like some random person?
Yeah, just very nonchalant.
So, yeah, that's the thing. But for me, I was like, why does it sound like this little girl is dubbed? Because I was like, that sounds like a grown person's voice coming out of an 8-year-old's mouth.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. See, I have it on my notes. Kid actress voice weirdly dubbed. But no, so we skip on ahead. We actually see that she's in college now.
Yep.
She does narrate. There's a lot of self-narration in this type of movie for this type of character because she's like a psychopath or sociopath. But she tells...
Because they tried to do that like they did the first one where it was like point of view, but all through the eyes of the crazy person.
Yeah. So it's like it gives you, what's it called? One of those unreliable narrators. Right, but
right.
She gives a little quick overview of her family. She's like, my mom's a drunk, my dad's fucking the secretary. She's going through campus. She's talking to him, and then she's like, I got into this campus after maintaining a 4.0 GPA, and so it's like one of those, what do they call them? Yep. High functioning sociopaths.
Right. Yep.
Which make great business people.
Yeah.
Ruthless.
Yeah, I'm like you get the list of like serial killers, and there's a good chunk of them that are very intelligent.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it's just they learn how to manipulate people from a young age.
Yep.
But no, and then so she talks about why she wanted to go to this school, and she goes to this school because of Robert Starkman.
Yeah.
Played by Captain Kirk. I only know him as Kirk, and for the life, was it William Shatner? Jesus, it's so much. Captain Kirk is so easy. The Shatman.
Yeah.
But she talks about like, okay, Mr. Professor Starkman, he couldn't go on because of his last case, which is her case, the Patrick Bateman case.
Yep.
And something about it broke him, and so he's like, all right, I'll just be a teacher. I need to go get off the field. Right? And so she goes into this class, and she's like, well, I'm going to be his TA because every TA he's ever had has gone to Quantico.
Yep. And she does say that actually after she went as a child when she kills, like her inner monologue says, I can't wait to grow up because I have stopped one serial killer, and I want to be able to stop them all.
It's like, it's almost like, what would you say that? Like a superhero complex?
Almost, yes.
Yeah, it's very like, if you had to akin her to any kind of hero, it's like very Peacemaker. Yeah. You know, or one of the superheroes from The Boys.
Right, yeah.
Because yeah, like that's her whole reasoning is I'm going to stop so many serial killers.
Yes,
but what's a few bodies on the way?
Yeah,
and she goes through.
And right, it's like I'm going to be so good at this that if I have to kill a few people to get there, that it's totally worth the sacrifice those people made.
Oh yeah, so I actually wrote down a quote. I was like, it's the very opposite of a Star Trek quote. She says, if I have to kill a few people to save the many, it's totally worth it.
Yep.
And I was thinking about it. I was like, all right, did they have in mind that they were going to get William Shatner so they can put this line?
Yep.
Oh, it's one of those 101 Easter eggs you might have missed.
Yep.
But yeah, no, and she starts introducing her competition for the TA people.
Right.
One is like a trust fund baby.
Yep.
Another one is fucking Captain Kirk.
Right. I don't think she knows for sure, but she definitely knows that they're very flirty.
Yeah, especially after the scene.
Yep. Yeah,
the other one is another what's it called? It's another like nerdy guy. You know, he's probably like the one that doesn't have any like stakes besides his intelligence.
Right.
Right? And so like she's like, that's the only person that's really real competition.
Yeah.
Right, but yeah, after she gets out of class, she sees that Captain Kirk gives Cassandra,
a locket.
Yeah, and then like he caresses her cheek, and I was just like, that's gross.
Yeah. I mean, like if he was playing Captain Kirk, then yeah, totally. You know, because Kirk got all the ladies, but it's just playing like creepy old retired FBI guy. Then.
Yeah, it was like. I was gonna put in my notes when he's caressing her cheek. Is like, it's like 5 Vienna sausages. Because Captain Kirk from Star Trek, pretty fit dude,
right?
William Shatner, 2002, little Vienna sausage fingers.
Right? Yeah, he's getting up there in age. He's a little
But hey, look, listen, I'm making fun of William Shatner, but the dude is like, his persona is almost like maybe the blueprint for Nicolas Cage's persona. You know, he's always acted the way he's always acted.
Right.
He does whatever he does. He's very eccentric, just like Nick Cage.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Soon after this, she tries to she gets approached by Brian.
Oh yeah, trust fund baby.
Yeah, trust fund baby, and he's like, at first, this is what I had her. She first runs into him at in front of student services. I don't know why I have this quote: "A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush." Like I was gonna remember what that like entailed, right? But Brian is totally having this full blown argument with this admin lady, and she looks like a cat lady. And I was like, oh, I was right.
Yes. That's right, because that's where they're turning in the applications.
Yeah, and so like she's like, Brian, your GPA is too low. You cannot qualify to be a TA. You're just too dumb.
Basically.
And he's like, do you know who my father is? And I was like, oh my god, it's one of those kids.
I've got rich friends that could change my grade.
Yeah. But when she goes to go turn in her application, she's like, oh, I'm sorry, you're a freshman. You can't be a TA.
Yeah, we typically don't take freshmen and sophomore as TAs. We wait to your
junior
and senior.
Yeah.
And she's like, nope, this is my life plan, and it starts with this. And so...
Yeah, and so she's like, oh, well, I'm going to have to run up the flagpole. I can't just make an exception for you.
Yeah.
What is it? What is the quote? Is like, exception, example, or whatever. I forgot the quote now. I was like, why did I even bring it up? But no, so then now the camera's following this this student admin lady. She gets home. She's like looking for her cat. She's like, or animals. And Bruce, where are you?
Right. Yeah.
And I was like,
because cat ladies, it's the first thing they got to see is their cat when they come home.
And then I was like, I saw what was happening. I was like, oh, Colby's not going to be comfortable with this scene.
No. Yeah.
Because I have it in my thing, in my notes. She's like, she microwaves the cat, 1,000 Faces of Death style. Thankfully, though, the admin lady is able to rescue her cat.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my God, what were you doing in there?
Okay. So totally off the movie.
Yeah.
I watched this like heartwarming story on TikTok. It was like 4 parts about like his cat, and he had surgery, and then got an owner and made a recovery, and then all of a sudden I'm on like abused cat talk. Like,
oh, no.
Like every single video that's popping up is like these horribly sad stories of abused cats, and like everyone makes me like want to cry, and I'm like, I gotta like, what's the algorithm? What is it doing? I want funny cats, not tragic run over by a car cats.
I want cats in fruit helmets.
Right.
And fat cats.
Yeah, not cats that are like in trash cans. Oh, no.
Trash can babies. No, yeah. But, no, she's able to save the cat. But then, what's it called? Rachel Newman is Mila Kunis' character. She brains her with the plaque that celebrated her
person
thing.
In university hoodie from behind brains her. And then we're back on campus.
Yeah.
And Brian is walking around with a university hoodie to try to throw you off, in case you thought that.
In case you didn't see the cover.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, I did have a thing where I was like, that cat is definitely going to eat that lady.
That cat is definitely going to eat that lady.
I know she. That hooded person had made it easy because it exposed the flesh.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, no. Brian goes up to Rachel's dorm, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on? Let me take you out." And she's like, "No, Brian, I have to do an essay." But
all of a sudden, I get South Park flashbacks where Cartman's hiring all the Spanish working people from in front of Home Depot because his teacher needed him to bring in an essay.
Well, I wrote my essay at home, and he wrote another essay. God, that was such a funny, stupid fucking episode. But no, he ends up wearing her down, and he's like, "Fine, how about we meet up at 8?" So she's getting ready with Cassandra. Cassandra's like, "Are you really gonna date Brian? Ew, gross." And she's like, she kind of like, what's it called? Like, kind of fakes it out. She's like, "I just fell in love with him at first sight."
Right. Our eyes, connected across the room, and I just knew he was my soulmate.
And then she's like, Cassandra's like, "Really?"
And she's like, no.
But hey,
he's gross, but he's rich, and
you gotta know your enemy.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So they end up going. They end up going to like this fresh restaurant. They order some alcohol, and he's like, "How about?" He shows her the document. Like, my dad's about to donate $8 million.
Right.
So there's no way I'm not getting this TA position. So, how about you drop out, and I'll put 7 figures in your bank account.
Right.
Yeah, to be honest.
In my head, I was like, yeah, I'll wait a year for that TA position for $1 million.
Yeah. Like,
I'll even give you a handy under the table.
I saw this video. There's a question where it's like, you get $1 million, but then a gorilla bursts through the door and fucks you. And I was like, I've been to the zoo. I think I could take that.
Okay, so then I think of the time where they had all those circus chimps that were at the circus chimp retirement home. And the guy goes to visit his chimps, and I guess apparently once chimps get old, they go crazy. Oh. And they attacked him, and they ripped off like both of his hands and ate his genitals. And I was like, no, I don't think I want to be raped by a monkey.
All right, but a gorilla's penis, I just Googled it right now, is 3 to 6 centimeters. If his only goal is to like sodomize me,
right? He's wearing a muzzle.
He's wearing a muzzle, and his singular goal is to get it in and get it out. No,
maybe you take that for $1 million.
So, no, I definitely. Sorry,
we either just lost some viewers or gained some. I don't know.
They're like, some viewers like, I would too. But no, they end up getting sloshed. And so they end up going to the bedroom, and Mila Kunis' character is like all up on him and about to give him a little BJ.
Yep.
But she's like, "Oh, do you have protection?" He's like, "Oh no, I can go to the corner store. It's so convenient because it's a corner store. It's a convenience store. I'll be so fast." And she's like, "No, it's fine. I'll go get it."
Right.
He gets on the bed and he's like, "Oh my god, why is there a tarp on this bed? Oh my, does she piss herself?"
Right. That's what he's thinking. And then there's like a picture of like somebody else, like some other girl with her parents, like. Yeah. And he's like, what?
Yeah, and then she lifts up. There's an ice pick right behind it.
Right.
But then she ends up strangling him with a condom. And she hits us with probably the greatest one-liner in horror movie history.
Right, yeah.
Ribbed for freaking condom kill. I was like, yo, I don't know.
If it's ribbed, at least you get a little grip. You get a little grip when you're like, stretching it, because if it's like lubed and then smooth, you're like if he pulls too hard, it's going to slide right out of your hand.
Okay, so I gotta ask you, right? You're in college, thinking about it. You're about to. This girl has already shown that she was about to service you, right?
Right. Yes.
You get on her bed. There's a tarp laid out. What are your first thoughts?
Pretty much not thinking about anything except for what's going to happen.
See, yeah, exactly. Because I was like, oh, maybe she's a squirter.
Right. I mean, hey, she's a little incontinent, whatever, It's...
Like, my head was like, oh, she sprays all over the place, whatever, She prepared for tonight. Oh, my God, this is so hot.
She's polite. She knows what she wants.
In no way I'm thinking I'm about to get murdered. Yeah.
Right.
Oh man. So as she's dragging the
because you think, well, you said that, but there's very few times where I thought, oh man, I'm about to be murdered. And being in a woman's room absolutely never has crossed my mind.
That you're going to get murdered?
Yeah, like if I'm like, oh, it's midnight and I'm like downtown and I can't find my car in this parking garage, I might possibly be murdered.
Yeah. But in a girl's bedroom?
Right.
See, this is exactly what Barbarian was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But it's funny because as she's dragging his body into the forest, she's like, I need therapy. So she ends up going to the therapist, probably the college therapist or whatever, or the town
right,
therapist.
That's when she makes the joke about hey, if I have to take a few people out to save so many people,
then but hey, maybe I gotta go to therapy. And she goes and just raises all red flags. Right? As the therapy session was going, even you, you have your bachelor's in it.
Yes.
So, and even at that point,
it's an interesting because she's very, I'm not going to answer any of your questions. And then he's like, I can't help you really. If you don't, that's what, you came to me. So you should be opening up. And then she's like, no, I don't even know you. I'm a very private person. And just dumps.
And she's like, no, I will be the TA. This is my plan.
Right. And then he's like, hey, if you could imagine yourself as any other person in the world besides yourself, who would you want to be? And he was like, I want to be the
TA,
the current TA,
Elizabeth McGuire,
because she is going to go to Quantico.
Yeah, but I don't see that not happening. So,
right.
And nobody is going to stand in my way. I was like, bro.
Right. Yeah, because he's like, well, what's the other option?
There is no other
when
option.
you don't get it, and she's just like, no, there's no, nobody's going to stand in my way. This is what I'm getting, and
but she's like, all right, well, this is really cool. I'll make another schedule for next week.
Yeah,
and right away, this guy breaks client-patient confidentiality,
right?
Because apparently he knows Bobby, Professor Starkman.
Yep.
And he's like, hey, listen, I gotta call you. I just had one of your students here, and I'm not gonna tell you who it is, but if you guess, you guess.
Right. But be aware that there's somebody who is possibly psychopathic in your.
Oh no, he uses sociopathic.
Sociopathic in your classroom. She has all the telltale signs, and he's like, "Oh, it's a she."
No. Yeah, but he really doesn't delve further into it because he gets interrupted by Rachel.
Right.
And he's like, oh, bye, Mom. I have an appointment downtown. I love you. And he gets nervous. He gets nervous because it's a small town.
Right. Well, if nothing else, she could report him and he could lose his license.
Oh, that's very true. If she heard.
Right.
Right. But she does catch him in the lie because he's like, oh, I actually have another client coming in, so you should probably go. Right. And she's like, well, what is it, Eric? Do you have an appointment uptown, or do you have an appointment here?
Yeah.
And he's like,
he's like, I'm your psychiatrist. I ask the questions.
Right. And then he kind of psychoanalyzes her a little bit. It's like, oh, you're with your mom. You still keep up with your mom. Do you have children? And
right. Yes.
This guy's PhD was bought.
I know. Right. Yeah.
He totally got psyched out by one of his patients. No, and so after that, what's it called? Rachel, she goes to get ready for some sort of party. But,
right, because they're having the Dean's party.
But before that, she goes on a run, and she's just look like she's just running because she's like, well, my dad always told me that if you're ever worried about something, go for a change of scenery. Yeah. So she goes for a run. She goes up this hill, and then she comes down this hill, and there's why is there always in these small towns an abandoned refrigerator in the middle of the river? Yeah. I was like, what? No one's cleaning that up? This is a pretty prestigious college town with one of probably what was said to be one of the most famous FBI agents.
Right.
Who's a part of 25 years ago from 2002, you're thinking he's one of the grandfathers of the behavioral unit of the FBI. Yeah. There's no way that it doesn't cost an arm and a leg to go to that college. Right. So why the fuck is there a fridge?
It's trapped in the river.
That was such a trope.
So, just that reminds me, weird little side story here. Yeah. Growing up, being a small child, I remember there being commercials on TV about hey, if you're going to get rid of a refrigerator, make sure you take pull the things out of the hinges because, 17,000 kids a year get locked in refrigerators and suffocate or something.
Oh, I do remember that. It was you can't open it from the inside, right?
Right. Yep.
Was that real? Did you ever try it? I felt like you tried it.
Not by myself.
Yeah, no.
It was always
with somebody. Yeah. Were you able to open it?
So, we had an old fridge that had kind of a
lever.
A lever.
Yeah, classic fridge.
And that would be you'd close and you couldn't get out from the inside.
Oh, death traps.
But the other one, I could lift my knees up and push enough with my legs that I could get it to. Oh man, pop the seal.
I think it was because during the with the old refrigerators with the little lever. I think there was a selling point that's if there's ever a bomb, hide in your fridge. And I think we've seen that happen in movies, like a bomb going off and then people just hiding in their fridges.
Right? I bet that would work. I mean, you would hopefully want somebody to have survived to let you out. But
oh man,
I survived the bomb.
Yeah,
but now I only have 18 minutes of air.
Yeah. It's insane. But no, so she ends up going to this party and she's like pissed because she's late. And everybody's already gotten their FaceTime with Professor Starkman.
Right.
Cassandra comes down and like they do a little bit of talking, but then like Rachel's like, "Hey, you know what? How about like we just dip? This party sucks."
Yeah.
And she's like, "All right, I'll just tell Bobby." She's like, "Oh well, like we do get a little information that she's like, well, Bobby has to go upstate to see Diane and Jacqueline," and she's like, "You mean her? You mean his wife and his baby daughter?" She's like, "Ugh,
they're so annoying. They want so much of his time."
I was like, "What? This girl is insane." Oh man, but she's like, yeah, Rachel's like, "No, let's get out of here. Let's get a couple bottles. We'll go back to your spot." And we get a killer transition. Because as she's monologuing to, I guess, herself,
yeah,
we see that she has now hung Cassandra.
Yeah.
In that nice, I gotta say, that nice dress.
Right.
But that is such a 2000s dress that she's like freaking like a collage art piece.
Right.
And then
it's like the last thing she says to Cassandra is, "Don't worry, I'll never let you down." and then it's like transitions and she starts inner monologuing, and then all of a sudden like Cassandra's hung.
Yeah. With a note that
Yes.
says he never loved me enough.
Yep.
And then we get a little voice message, and it's Starkman. He's like, "Hey, you've missed your study session." Now the kids just call those dick appointments.
Right. He tries to be like he's sultry voicing it, but he is careful to not say like, "Hey, you missed your deep dicking."
I got this deep dicking waiting for you. And then like it was a weird situation because like after this whole thing, it cuts back to the therapist. But it's like, it seems like it was supposed to be the same day, but it was like the next day, I guess.
Right.
Right. And she, like, this is where like she ruthlessly attacks him. She's like, "Oh yeah, your mom? Yeah, you want to fuck your mom?"
Yeah, she totally like reverse psychoanalyzes him and just like,
yeah, just really just digging deep. This guy is getting rattled.
Yeah.
There's like tears welling up in his eyes. I was like, yeah, this is showing your experience as a therapist right now.
Right, yeah.
Because it's a small town. Right?
Yeah, and if he's just kind of if he's like the school, I don't know if he was like the school psychiatrist or like a...
No, he was, the only reason he knows Robert Starkman is because Robert has gone to him.
Okay.
He was like a patient of his as well.
Because I was thinking like, yeah, if he's only dealt with students and they're just like coming to like cry about like breaking up with their boyfriend and stuff,
yeah,
he may be great for that kind of thing and not really psychopathic
killers,
sociopathic people.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like people with midlife crises and,
yeah,
maybe some family therapy that he delves into.
Right.
But nothing, I don't think anything in this small town has prepared him for like interviewing like sociopaths. Yeah. But they end up going to class like next day. She's like, "Hey, I'm not gonna do my second week because you're fucking useless, and you're a huge mama's boy." We end up another scene in class, and now Mila Kunis' character is debating with, I think Keith Lawson is his name, the other student with the high intelligence. And they're having this huge debate about like Ted Bundy, whether he was an organized killer or not. Which, like, if you go by the movies, the dude was just killing for opportunity. He's like, "Where's a hole I could put my penis in?"
But it's a typical pattern where because I used to
Yeah,
I used to home study serial killers. I just was fascinated by them.
Hey, what psychology student did it?
Right. And so, like, a lot of them super organized at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to get caught. And then after they do a few kills, they're like, oh, this is so easy. Now I'm addicted to the killing, and it's more important to get the kill in than to...
Yeah.
And since no one is, even
caught me
expect or suspecting me or anything, I don't have to go through all those hoops.
Yeah.
And then you also get a lot of times where it was like, they kill somebody, and then it's like 4 years later they kill somebody, and then it's like 2, and then it's a year, and then it's like every 3 months, and then they get caught.
Yeah. Except for, like, other people, like, what's it called, like the BTK killer? He didn't get caught until, like, what, a couple years ago?
Right.
And was it the Golden Gate rapist? He was like, he got caught because his daughter took a 23andMe.
Oh.
You remember that?
Yes.
That was he was a cop. I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had this heated debate, and then but Mila Kunis did not enjoy the exchange because I don't think she was bested, but it was like a tie.
Right.
So she ends up wanting to kill the guy, but then like she stops for a second because he looks in his book and he's like drawing like Brian crucified, and
it reminded me. I don't know if you remember from American Psycho 1, he's got that, like, his secretary finds his notebook, and it's got all these like pictures of like people getting killed and stuff. And it reminded me very much of that.
Yeah, for a second, I thought you were gonna go. Yeah, it reminded me of Superbad when Jonah Hill's character was drawing dicks. I was like, what? Like, like all those dick photos.
Well, yeah, like it's kind of exactly like that, but different.
Yeah.
Also, yeah.
Oh man, but she's like, oh, we're kindred spirits, but a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do.
Yep.
And meanwhile, while that's happening, Starkman, he goes to the dormitory. And he's looking for Cassandra. He gets caught up by Miss Brown, was another student that was heavily flirting with him at the party as well.
Yeah.
But she's like, oh, okay, well, maybe next year I'll get the TA position.
Right.
But he goes in there and he finds Cassandra hung, and he's like, oh my god. And then he sees the note. He rips the note. He sees like a little photo booth thing of them. Takes that. He takes the voice answering machine.
Oh, right.
The cassette tape.
At that point, answering machines had a tape that you could take out.
And he starts wiping everything down. And I was like, bro, you're a former FBI agent. Yeah, that's dicey. But he calls Eric, the therapist, and he's like, oh my god, that girl you were talking about, she hung herself, Eric.
Right.
And he's like, how do you know this girl so well? And she's like, oh god, Bobby, did you fuck your student? What about Diane?
And he's like, it's not about fucking, I was in love with her.
It was more than fucking. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And so what's it called? He ends up taking a sabbatical.
Yes.
Right. And then like it's announced to the students by Elizabeth McGuire, the TA. He's like, Mr. Starkman will be taking a sabbatical
so
effective.
There will not be any TAs next semester.
Yeah, or for like a year, right? He said like a whole year. And she's like, no, my plan.
Yeah.
And so she visits Starkman in the dress that Cassandra was wearing her locket.
Yep.
And this is like the whole like psychopath or whatever it's happening right now.
Yeah.
And like I should have seen it from this because I was like, because she quickly starts to try to adapt Cassandra's personality.
Right.
She's calling him Bobby.
And she starts
gaslighting him.
Right, like, don't you remember when we did these things? And he's like, I think you need to leave.
But he's like super like inebriated.
Right.
He has Valium and alcohol.
And whiskey, yep.
Right? What a amazing combo, really.
Yeah. And like he's like kind of like half asleep when she comes in.
Yeah.
And so he's also got like the tired, the woozies.
Oh yeah, and like he just can't concentrate because Mila Kunis's cleavage is all out there.
Right.
But he's like, he starts to freak out because she keeps doing these things that Cassandra's doing. She's like,
yeah,
what about the cabin, Bobby? And he ends up falling out of the window.
Yep.
And of course, she closes it up, and when she looks behind her, the janitors. She's like, that's a nice mop.
Poor janitor. He's just trying to clean up. He doesn't even speak English.
Oh, and then kills him. And then they drive somewhere, which I was like, it weirdly doesn't go anywhere for a little bit. And then, like, we just get a shot of Eric, having to set up a dinner with his mother.
Yeah.
And at the same time, we're back at her dorm, and she looks like she's packing. So I was like, okay, she's fleeing the country. Right? Right. Before that, she does also end up killing a parking attendant. Which I was like, that's... people are just, like, in the way at this point. Just get out of the way. Don't watch. You think a blind person would be safe? I didn't see anything.
Don't speak. I can't see you.
Yeah.
I won't be able to identify you if you don't talk to me.
Yeah. But then her parents come. And then the description of her parents, it didn't look like what she described to him at the beginning of the movie.
Right.
Because the mother is like, oh my God, honey, we haven't seen you. We're so, and then she's like, where are you going? And she's like, this place smells like shit. And she's like, the janitor didn't fix the backup toilet. So.
Yeah, and it's like spring break, so it's going to be a few days before they can get...
Yeah, there's like flies like all around.
Yeah.
And she's like, I made a reservation for this place. And mom's like, is that Italian? Your dad can't digest Italian. She's like, it's French, Mom. And she's like, ooh, fancy. Right? And we also see Eric on the other side. She's like, I have reservations for this place. I'll meet you there, Mom. Okay?
Yep.
And so she has dinner with her parents, but then her parents, like her mom absolutely grates her, I guess.
Her mom's a little extra.
Yeah, the dad is like, can we eat dinner? She's like, I have to go to the bathroom. She fiddles with the knife. She talks about wanting to kill her mom. Then Eric comes in with her mom, and they see each other.
Yeah. And
they have like this little battle of wits.
Right.
She's like, oh, I love your mother's hat. It's so adorable.
I always thought that. I was like, if you were a psychiatrist... or I guess, like, also, like, if you were, like, a police officer, like, something like, some kind of position like that, how weird would it be when you were out, like, at dinner or you're out shopping at the mall or whatever, and you just, like, run into people that...
You put away.
Yeah, right, or that, like, are, obviously a little unhinged, and you're like, that person's gonna come over here and talk to me.
Yeah, it's rough being a public servant. I don't think they get paid enough. Because a lot of it, it's like why fucking heroes wear masks, because like outside of their profession, they're just supposed to be a normal person, right? But then like a psychiatrist, if you turn away a patient, they're like, or you turn in a patient, because like I think a certain aspects of client whatever,
right, if the patient is showing signs of self-harm,
or like mass murder or something, you have to report it, right? And so like now you're just exposed. Maybe you're with your wife and your kids, or your husband and your kids, and then now he's like, oh, now I have ammo. Yep. But no, they have another conversation. Mila Kunis lets it slip, like, oh, he found her, not me. And I was like, oh, what is she doing? And so after this whole dinner, she starts to get ready. She gets in the car with, like, now we find out that Rachel Newman is a new person, because the mom was like, why did he call you Newman? Yeah. And we find out that she had stolen somebody's identity. Right. And her body was hanging. I was in the closet. I was like, bro, you can't have a body in there the whole semester.
It was in like a zipper bag, but apparently
beef jerky.
Beef jerky out of the bag a little bit, and that's why it was stinky.
Just imagine the slosh at the bottom of that bag of just like bowel, just poop and like human soup. Ugh. Someone's gonna be like, "Why did you say it like that?" No, but Eric, he ends up going to the police station. He's like, "We have to find this girl." It was after he went to Starkman's office. He saw how disheveled it had been.
Right. So he was like, "Hey, police folk, can you help me find Starkman? Because he's missing." And they're like, "Oh, it's so weird. It's like."
His wife.
Three. Yeah, his wife called. There's like 3 missing people. Like, we haven't had missing people like in like 18 years.
In this small town.
Now we got like 3 of them in a month.
And he's like, well, what are you talking about? I was like, yeah, it was one chick, Rachel Newman. But then we went to her dorm and she was there. So I was like, okay.
Right, yep.
And that's where you get the whole backstory. So they end up, he's like, can you at least go to the campus with me? Let's go search.
Yep.
And they're like, all right, Eric, you're a good guy. You saved our marriage. No, I was kidding.
And for some reason, they got like the boobs. The police are like boobs.
Yeah.
Like it always kind of irritates me a little. Like the police don't have to be the smartest, but like when the police are always like the police from Mayberry, it's
it totally reminded me of what's it called? What's that one?
Mayberry.
Okay. What is that show called? I forgot. Is it like the
Andy Griffith Show?
Andy Griffith Show. Yeah, it's like definitely like I feel like that was always the depiction of like local like sheriffs in small towns,
right? Or you got Roscoe P. Coltrane from Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh yeah. So they end up driving to the school, but then Rachel Newman or Mila Kunis' character is seen driving past them, and they go on this chase. She kind of jukes him by stopping, and then she has time to prop Bobby's body onto the rail,
right?
And then she, I guess, puts like the original Rachel Newman into the driver's seat or whatever, and then runs into Bobby Newman's body or Bobby Starkman's body.
Right. It kind of like it's like this weird attempt to like try to hit Bobby and hit the police officers
at the same time. But it also establishes like, oh, maybe she's dead, I guess.
Right. But then, the car does go off the cliff and land next to the refrigerator.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, that's why she was down there before. She was scoping out. She was pre-planning all this.
Yeah. But I was like, was she in the car? I guess. Or was she in the car, or was she like not in the car?
She was not in the car.
Okay, but then I was like, what is the point of this fridge in the middle of this river? I was just like, if you're gonna film this town, you're like, all right, this fridge is in the way. We'll do this town a favor.
I feel like it was one of those things where it was just like, we're gonna use the fridge as the landmark, so that when we show it later, you'll be like, oh, there's a fridge. That's the same spot.
Yeah. But I was like, but the curve that they showed was already enough to show you the lava. Yeah,
absolutely.
It was such a weird thing. And also, like, I was trying to ask you earlier, but like, do you feel like that was such a weird trope in movies that there was always a fridge in the middle of a river?
You know what? I haven't been to the South where
this is in
rivers.
Washington.
Or to Washington, where there's a lot of rivers. Maybe that's just people are just like
dumping.
The trash man's not going to take my fridge because I can't wait.
But then it's like if you
3
had
weeks to like heavy pickup day, so I'm just going to roll it into the river.
But it's just like if you're going through forest to dump this thing there, like because I would agree with you because in Vegas for a while. Because we were living in like a newly developed area for a long time, and everything started popping up, and you know houses and stuff like that. But for a long time, there's a lot of empty lots, and people would just throw couches there.
Right?
They're like, the city will take care of it.
Right. Right, yeah, because it was stuff that was too big for the trash to take. But then if you take it to the dump's like, it's going to be $25 to dump it.
Yeah.
So you're like, I'm just going to drive this down this dirt road and just accidentally kick it off the side of my pickup.
Which I'm not gonna lie, I've also done. Not like that. Not like that. But which I was like, now it's a shame. I wish I kept that old CRV TV because I feel like I could sell those for all these like friggin' gaming, retro gaming guys.
Right.
But like, I was like, no, I kind of want to see what it looks like when I throw a brick into this.
Yep.
Oh man, but yeah, and so like it goes what 3 years later, 2 years later, something like that.
Right.
Eric is now an author.
Right.
He's written a book called One in a Billion, and he's he's doing this whole little presentation to this auditorium
At Quantico. To the up and coming FBI agents.
And he's like, oh yes, Rachel Newman was in a league of her own, more destructive than Patrick Bateman or whatever. And I was like, I don't know about that.
Right. Yep.
She's only killed 8 people. But that's like, as we know, she's only killed 8 people. So I was like, that's true. Wait, I was like, are you? Well, I guess he didn't know about Patrick Bateman and the babysitter. Oh, sorry, that was another revelation. That's why Bobby Starkman quit, because he was fucking the babysitter too. I forgot.
That's
like
right. And then the babysitter had saw Patrick Bateman's picture in one of his files and thought he was cute, and then wanted to ask him out. And that's.
Oh, yeah, because then Rachel's like, oh, yeah, you were my first crush. I was like, ugh, gross. Even then, ugh.
Right, yep.
Oh, man. But no, he does this whole class, and he's like, yeah, this is what happened. Crazy, right? And he starts signing books for all these students, and then and not Rachel Newman anymore, but Elizabeth McGuire.
Right.
She's like, oh, what's wrong, Eric? And he doesn't say anything, and I was like, well, we'll talk about that in the speculation portion of our episode. But and then one of the students is like, yeah, that's Elizabeth McGuire. She rose to the top fast. She's Agent McGuire now.
Right.
I was like, oh, I'm sure she really got there. And then like the movie cuts to like back to the day of the accident, and she's just like watching really close to the explosion of the car. And then it ends like it did in The Omen, where she looks back and smiles. That's what happened in The Omen, right? Smiles with that creepy fucking smile.
Yeah.
And then,
she makes a line, and it's the she's a sociopath line.
Oh yeah.
Because she says, as she's turning around, she's like, "What's the use of doing the perfect crime if nobody knows
you did it?
You did it."
Exactly, and that's what usually unhinges serial killers to the end of their quote career.
Right.
Because you're like, oh, like not everybody can be like a BTK.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. All right, Colby, let's go to our other section where we do high star and low star.
Low star. So we got She's American Psycho 2. Hilarious. 10 out of 10. I don't give a damn what's been said about this movie. I like it. The main character is likable, cute, witty, self-confident, and charismatic. I'm still watching it now, and to be honest, I didn't care much for the original American Psycho, albeit it's been a few years since I've seen it. But I just saw this on demand by chance and figured, what the hell, let's give it a shot. 23 minutes into the film, and I'm hooked. This girl reminds me of me.
Whoa.
Some differences, yes, but many similarities. I've always wanted to be a profiler and fascinated with serial killers as well. Humanity is dual, is it not? Disregard what's been said about this film. Watch it for yourself. Make up your own mind. In my humble opinion, this one is golden.
And then we have a 1 out of 10. I no longer have any will to live. This movie is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I want to die. I don't expect everyone to like or even understand the original American Psycho, but reading these comments has ruined my faith in humanity. It's drivel, pure and simple. The tagline, angrier, deadlier, sexier, is just terrible. The world would be a better place if this movie had never been made. Okay, before we talk about our speculation, do you have anything to say about the reviews?
Yeah, you shouldn't compare yourself to a serial killer in a public forum like that. I'm going to throw that out there for people in the future.
I know. I hope somebody is keeping tabs on that girl. She's like, oh yeah, many similarities.
Right. Yeah.
I guess they always say that people that take or have psychology degrees are also pretty crazy themselves.
Right. So right? True. Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, no. Let's do our little. Well, hold on. Let me talk about my review. I guess. Funny enough, the tagline "angrier, deadlier, sexier" it was like the early 2000s, and I feel like that was like the tagline for a lot of things.
Right. Yeah, that's a very early 2000s
tag, marketing scheme.
Yeah, it wouldn't fly now. You would want something catchier than that. It's a little generic.
Yeah. But speculation-wise, okay, so let's talk about the ending speculation, right? Eric does not, or seems to not, divulge the information that this is not Elizabeth McGuire. This is my book person, 1 in a million, right. 1 in a billion.
Right. I feel like he is questioning himself.
Getting gaslit again?
Yeah. But there's also, if you're going to go to Quantico and then become an FBI agent, you have done what needs to be done in your background because there's
that background check is elite. It has to be, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So if he's just calling out without any evidence, he's just going to look like a crazy person.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm just and also I was also thinking, I was like, well, if I don't say anything and she does something again, I could write another book.
I didn't even think about that, but yeah.
Very Gale Weathers from Scream series.
I'm just going to be I'm just going to follow you.
Yes, I will be like the Metatron to God, the scribe of this serial killer. I will tell your stories because who else will there be?
Right.
You are now a legend, and you've probably has made him a millionaire at this point.
Right.
Especially during the early 2000s. Kindle's not out yet. It's $1 a book.
True. Oh. Yeah.
And everybody loves reading about serial killers.
Right. And he was signing hardback, so he's probably getting $5 out of each one of those.
Oh, yeah. Those things are, what was it called? Like Dean Koontz.
Yep.
Tom Clancy level of and then obviously the second edition is paperback. Now it's $2 a book.
Right. Yep.
Getting sold at airport gift stores. Have you ever done that? Have you ever you're like, I'm going to be on this 4-hour flight, 5-hour flight. I might as well get a book.
I have.
And then you don't read it?
I don't. I've often get magazines.
Yeah, because you can flip through.
And I do read those.
Well, you're looking at pictures. Let's be real.
No, I'm
just kidding.
I read selected articles.
Oh my God, who did she sleep with? Yeah, no, definitely. I feel like that's how I wanted to interpret this ending, because it was all right, let's leave this one open ended.
Right.
Let's talk about how Patrick Bateman's reign of terror, which I was like, why is Patrick Bateman in Washington in the first place? He was in New York in the original one with Jared Leto, right?
Or was she...
Or L.A., I don't know.
In Washington.
Well, no, they're already in Washington.
Even at the beginning?
That's what I don't know. I just figured.
Oh, okay, maybe. Right. Because she may have just been like, hey, Quantico is where I want to go. Let's go. Let's cross country to...
Oh, maybe, right? It's just because I was like, okay,
or maybe she is since that time has part of her long-term plan is to find Captain Kirk and kill him as part. And
That's
so
true.
that is just
a part of her body total.
Yeah.
I don't. The editing of this film was kind of like wonky at best.
So was Morgan Freeman the director?
I don't think it was Morgan Freeman, like from Shawshank Redemption. Morgan Freeman.
It's the other guy named Morgan Freeman.
Yeah. It's Morgan J. Freeman.
Is that... Click on it. Is that not the same?
That's not him. Yeah.
Oh, it is. Totally not him. Okay.
It was funny. I was just having this conversation with a friend, and we were talking about like, oh, this might be that person. I was like, there's no way that's that person, right? He's like, listen, if you're gonna have that name, you have to put like the middle initial,
Right?
Because it's like, oh, Michael Jordan, Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't. That's why Michael J. Freeman.
Right. Michael J. Fox.
Oh.
His middle name doesn't have a J in it, but he liked the sound of the J.
Oh.
And like when he was first acting, there was another Michael Fox that was also. So he was like, I won't be Michael J. Fox. That way we can differentiate.
Yeah.
And then he became the star. And,
He became the more famous Michael
right.
Fox.
And it was just like, oh, let's leave the J in there because.
They already know it. It's too
already know
late.
it.
You can't take it out.
Right.
It's like when Amber Thiessen. Oh God, what's her name? Kelly Kapowski. Tiffany Amber Thiessen. When she took out the Thiessen, I was like, "Whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing?"
Right. You're like, who is that?
Yeah. You can't take out the Thiessen. The Thiessen was the sexy part of the name. Or I forgot what her new name is because I know she's like been married for 20 years or something. Someone broke my heart and married her.
Yeah, jerk.
Were you a big Kelly Kapowski?
Yeah.
She
I
was,
do remember that.
she was really hot. She was like the sexy next girl, that girl next door.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. So like this movie is riddled with like all these like kind of, I guess you could, if you're like as a psychology graduate,
Right.
were you like noticing like little like hints of like her psyche?
So it was really interesting because really like the first half of this movie like seems super predictable, and it's just like, oh, this is just like an ambitious girl who's killing people so that she can get her, the position she wants, her job. And it really wasn't till like after she killed the three students, then all of a sudden there was like a lot of twists.
Yeah, like the twist of like the
things
babysitter.
That things that you didn't see, like weren't so obvious.
Yeah, I feel like this movie had like a lot of the tools or like whatever to become like a better movie, a more well received movie, I would say.
Right.
But maybe it's because like Mila Kunis was like a little bit younger. It's like her first time helming, like being the star,
right,
of the film. And then I don't know. It's just like because like you run across other slashers, like Cassandra was in Cry Wolf, the college one, and that was really good. That was like a really good like thriller slasher film.
Yeah.
And this one, I feel like it kind of showed its cards a little too early. Which, I mean, I know, like, American Psycho also did.
Right.
But then there's other nuances that were going on with American Psycho. Like, because a lot of American Psycho, the original, a lot of his inner monologues were the way that Christian Bale delivers them.
Totally. Yeah.
And his eccentric, what is it called? Eccentric habits, the working out, the facial peel.
Right. Right.
And the cinematography, obviously, for that one is top tier. And so it tried to do that in this movie, but from a college teenager perspective.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah.
And then they wanted to kind of make it a horror movie where American Psycho was more of like a psychological thriller.
Yeah.
Because like we were saying, like some people were like, I don't even know if he actually killed anybody.
Yeah.
Like was
it all in his head?
Was it all in his head?
Yeah.
And this was obvious. This one's definitely like she's killing people.
She's like leaving. Okay, first of all, this is a pretty. This is supposed to be a prestigious college. There's just bodies laying around.
Right.
You telling me no one found the dead kid in the library?
Right, and she didn't even close the lid on the janitor after she stabs this mop through his head.
Yeah, first of all, I was like, that is a very Jason Voorhees kill, and you do not have the physical capabilities of pushing a mop through somebody's skull. There's no way.
Right.
You're like 120 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
I bet you can't even curl a 25-pound dump.
Yeah, strangling some drunk guy with a condom. Yeah, you probably could pull that off. But
He's inebriated. Very plausible.
yeah.
But this is janitor now.
Right. I mean, he was elderly, but he wasn't that elderly.
Yeah, like yeah. So like I just think yeah, like the monologuing part was the strongest part of American Psycho, just because of the delivery and the context of it all.
Right.
Like okay, remember in the scene of American Psycho 1 where they're comparing business cards, and he's just so meticulous.
Right.
Like, look at this. Oh my God, eggshell 455.
He's got a watermark?
Yeah.
I didn't even think of getting a watermark.
Raised text. Oh, just feeling it on my fingers. It just it imbues such an impression. And it's so funny because it's like another example could be like, because inner monologuing is super hard to deliver if it's not like delivered in the way the intensity.
Yes, yeah.
Because what's it called? Like there was like another scene like that in Signs where they're just talking at the dinner table, and it's like an 8-minute conversation. Nothing's happening. It's just a conversation.
Right. Yeah.
But you're so like engorged into or not engorged, but you're so like freaking into the scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, I gotta start reading more. Like I'm like losing words that I used to know.
I keep saying it's because I'm getting older and the brain connections aren't as the neurons aren't firing as fast as they used to.
The connections are no longer there. Oh yeah, so like yeah, and I think it would have been really. Sorry. Like, let me ask you, what do you think would have added more to this movie?
I feel like they could have had a little more mystery.
Yeah.
Like at the beginning, they like we joked that they tried to make that. Oh, maybe it was Bobby who killed the lady or what.
Oh yeah.
But then it was like super obvious, and then she goes and kills Bobby like immediately after.
Oh, Brian.
Yeah. But like they could have mysteryed that up and then been like, who's the killer? Is she going to be the one who figures it out? Because, kind of thing. And then,
that would have been really cool, actually. Yeah, like make it into like a mystery.
Right. Like she's trying to solve it, and then it turns out that it's her.
Yeah. And like for 2002, that would have been like, oh, that was a nice twist.
Right.
Now it's like,
and I feel like that would have played off of the first movie a little bit better.
Oh.
Like almost like she didn't know that she was the one who killed them.
Oh, or like a split personality or something.
Did.
Yeah, see, like, and in 2002, that would have been like, oh, that's a nice twist. Now it's like, oh, that's tired.
Right, yeah.
But, like, back then, that would have been like, oh, did you watch this movie? Crazy ending.
Right.
That's all you have to say to people. Yeah, no, and I think I would have liked it a little bit more if they had played up the, the like her age, like her, she's a teenager, she's 18,
right?
Like a little bit of like building the connections with the other students. I think it would have been nice, like her having like more debates with like the Keith Lawson, the other intelligent student.
And even if it was like all argumentative, like I am just everything you say I'm going to argue with because I'm smarter and better than you.
Yeah,
like,
that would have added to like the whole situation, because
like build up her like narcissism kind of.
Yeah, because then as the movie progresses, you can tell this girl has narcissistic tendencies and all that stuff, and then like we did get a few glimpses of her relationship with Cassandra.
Right.
You know, she's like, oh, yeah, Bobby loves me. And she's like, can you stop calling him Bobby? It's Professor Starkman. Oh, but he loves it when I call him Bobby. Unless we're fucking. Then I call him Professor Starkman because it's wrong.
Yeah.
I would have liked a couple of scenes with Cassandra, like... You know, maybe that's how you like add into like, oh, maybe it's Cassandra killing everybody because she's having this whole fatal attraction situation.
Right.
Yeah, they definitely, you know, like obviously the most shallow one could have been Brian. He's like, I'm a trust fund baby.
Yeah.
My dad invented Uber.
Yep.
Like that would have been really cool.
And then she could have seen, and then when she's looking, she could have seen the other guy's notebook with like the murders and stuff, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh,
is it him?
Maybe it's him.
Yeah, and like because then the other thing is like I wish like the bodies got discovered sooner, because then he could have like etched it out in his book, and he's like, whoa, why does it look like the murder scenes?
Oh, right.
The photos haven't even been released. Is it Keith Lawson?
Yeah.
They really dressed this guy up like Richard Ayoade in the freaking IT crowd. Like nerdy black guy. Like what? How can we make him nerdy? He's like, all right, big backpack, a button up all the way, tight pants, and fro with glasses. I was like, that felt racist. Like, why would you dress him up like that? Like, he could have some style and be a nerd still.
Right, yeah.
But it's the early 2000s. What else can we say? Oh, man. All right. I think we've exhausted this movie. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Make sure to check out our other episodes down below.
We got all kinds of categories.
We got Ninja Month,
ninjas, Nazi black magic,
Jean-Claude Van Damme,
traveling through space.
Right, we got falling stuff from space. We got a whole bunch of things for you guys to check out. But if this is the first time you guys are joining us, we do our reviews in 4 different sections. We have Stream It, we got DVD, we got Blu-ray, and the Ultimate Box Collection. Colby, where are you at for this one?
I actually really enjoyed this movie. We kind of nitpicked a little bit of some of the stuff. It's just a little bit lower budget, and you know,
straight to DVD, obviously.
Right, But yeah, I'm like, if we grab this and the first one and put them together, that's Ultimate Box Set.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, I'm like, because that American Psycho's the easy Blu-ray for me.
Yeah.
I feel like this putting them together
would be totally fine.
Totally fine.
Yeah.
If not, I'd probably go DVD, just because I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if there's enough extra. Yeah. Same for me, because it's like, if you grew up on the 70s show, you want to see Mila Kunis do like a different kind of role, because I don't think she's ever played this kind of role ever since. You know, she's done like rom-coms and Bad Moms and all that stuff.
She's done some action stuff. Wasn't she in Book of Eli with
Denzel? I forgot about that scene. Yeah. But like not like a serial killer horror thing. Right. I don't think she's delved back into that, which I wouldn't mind seeing. You know, big stars in horror films.
Right.
They're this like a schlock. You know, do it for the paycheck. Oh man! Well, thank you guys for joining us. Make sure to check out our links down below, our little Amazon affiliate links. You don't have to buy those things, but you're probably going to buy some snacks to watch movies with.
Don't make the two of us be the only two people who use our links. But we do have our social medias, our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah, the best way to contact us.
We want you to follow us.
And want you to talk to us. We're also starting to do like little other video call sessions on our YouTube. Check those out. We do other topics, like not like particularly just about one movie, but we do it on a range of topics.
And I will have to say, earlier we were talking about like if you police or like psychiatrist and like somebody recognizes you when you're out. We're not like that. If you are like, oh, those are the guys from the Who Watches This podcast, we would. I'd pee my pants with excitement.
I'd absolutely love it. All right, well, thank you guys for joining us. My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. If you guys want to check it does the theme music, it is Lee Rosevere. It's called Arcade Montage. It's on our album Music for Podcast 3, and Bandcamp is down below.
Thank you.